We Have Concerns is only possible through the support of our listeners. To find out how to participate in live video hangouts, get your episodes a day early, and get bonus content, head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
I'm legit worried about the 1 year of water in California thing.
Are you?
Are you not? How does that news come out and we
I
all just
slip
go,
and slide down to my mailbox every day to get the mail. That's how I do it.
Super irresponsible, bro.
There are tiny little things that I just like in my day that make me feel good.
Just some you time?
A little me time, and one of them is I slip and slide down to my mailbox every morning. I start the slip and slide at 6 a.m. I get up at an early 10:30 or 11.
You start the slip and slide just shooting water down the slip and slide.
I like it to be real. Yeah, I like it to be real.
Timer, some sort of timer system?
Oh, it's just been running all day, hasn't it? This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. The human brain.
Mysterious, ephemeral, majestic.
It's the next frontier. This century, I think, is the century of the brain.
Yeah.
Last century was the century of DNA, of like knowing our physical building blocks.
The genome, right?
And I mean, we're still figuring that shit out. Next 20 years, I think, is when we really unlock a lot of the secrets about the brain. And people are doing a lot of crazy things to move that along.
Let's unlock those secrets, bro.
Gotta get those brain secrets.
Come on.
Let me in that brain.
Give me some brain matter, baby.
Nick Clark sent this to us. He sent it over our Gmail, which is wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com. Scientists are 3D printing tiny human brains. Not out of plastic. This is a 3D printer, but this is an actual human brain that is being printed using a printer that prints scaffolding out of these polymers. They run electricity into the polymers.
Okay.
They attach stem cells to the scaffold.
Oh, man.
And the electrical signals say, hey, yo, this is a brain. You need to build a brain right now.
Make that brain.
Yeah, and so...
And it grows?
And it grows into a
brainy?
tiny brain.
What?
Yeah! Now, this is something that we've seen before with the scaffolding, things like the ghost heart, if you've ever seen that clear heart where they grow.
Or the ear on the back of the mouse, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is closer to the heart than the mouse, although they're both based on the same thing, which is like, if you give a stem cell the right signal, it will turn into whatever it needs to turn into. The ghost heart is like, you take a heart, I think in the...
I try as often as possible. People don't let me.
Kalima Shakti Day!
Yeah.
I think they took a pig heart, or it was another human heart or something like that, and they scrubbed it.
It was either a pig heart or it was really a human heart. Disgusting human heart.
It was like whatever.
It was an atrocity that was committed by
It was either
scientists.
a human atrocity or a perfectly fine thing that we don't need to worry about. Regardless.
I'm just going to say one of them under my breath. It'll be fine.
It's fine. It was probably a human heart.
The point of it was a heart.
Doesn't matter where they got it.
In fact, don't look into it.
And they scrubbed it basically with bleach. And what they found is underneath, there's basically a scaffolding. It's like this clear, almost web-looking structure.
Right.
That is the building block of a heart.
Right.
And when you put
it's like the skeleton.
Yeah, and when you put stem cells on it, it's like, oh, building heart now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Heart cells are missing. I could do that. They're not super efficient. I think the ghost heart is at 10% human efficiency. It doesn't beat really well. It doesn't pump blood very efficiently. These little brains...
it's still delicious,
it's
is
still,
what you're saying.
You can still cook it up, eat it, add its power to your own.
That's 10% power, but you know what? You eat enough of them.
If you need the power of another warrior on the go. I will tell you what, man. I just don't think I have it in me to go into battle this morning.
Oh.
Had a real late night. Didn't get a lot of sleep. I'm just feeling like I don't have a lot of power.
You know, I feel the same way, Wakando. We need a day off is what we need.
But you know what? We just don't have time to take one. We've got to beat this opposing tribe. Hey, fellas.
Oh, how did you get in here?
Never you mind.
Shall we attack him, Wakando?
Well, wait. Let's hear what this strange man has to say.
Well, he is dressed in strange clothes and has a monocle and top hat.
And also, as we discussed, I just don't have an enemy to kill today.
That's right. Even when they come to us, it's like, really?
Well, gents, you're going to feel like killing me in just a moment. I can guarantee it.
Tell me more.
Try these defrosted, dehydrated, rehydrated,
grown hearts. What?
It's just like killing a tiny warrior, like a tiny one. Eat 3 or 4 of them and you've got enough to get you through lunch.
Oh my gosh.
This really does taste like the blood of my enemies.
But will it add pounds to my svelte warrior figure?
Absolutely not.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm worried about added artificial flavors.
Oh, sure. I'm not sure why, since you wouldn't know what those are. But I can reassure you that there aren't any in there. It is an artificial heart, technically speaking.
Oh, so it's all artificial, yet all tasty.
Hey, you're right, buddy. I do want to kill you now. Okay, but you want to, but you're not gonna. Whew!
You know what?
We should have asked him where to get more of those.
Hey, his heart doesn't taste as good as these things.
You know what it is? It's the artificial flavors.
Yeah.
It's the added sugar and stuff. We just get addicted to this stuff.
We're gonna get hooked on this. It's gonna change our whole culture.
It's awful.
It's bad.
I'm gonna keep eating them.
They're so good.
In this case, it's not a terrible thing that these are not as efficient, because what's going on is this is a university in Australia
Okay.
that is building these hearts.
Nothing
Not
to worry
surprising. Australia is a hellscape. Of course, they would build
Tiny human brains.
Maybe
they need to feed all the zombies that are looking for brains. Maybe there's snacks for zombies.
Yeah, they don't care if there are zombies in Australia. Zombies are the least scary thing in Australia.
Exactly.
Hey, we'll just make food for these guys.
I'll tell you what, 18 things in my garden in the morning, more dangerous than a zombie.
Did they kill me? Nay.
I'll tell you, I'm more likely to die from this plant or the giant spider the size of my torso that hides in my car boot.
But we'll just feed the zombies brains.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
We'll just make some brains for the zombies, whatever. This is the University of Wollongong,
Wollongong.
which is the most Australian fucking thing.
It is pretty Australian.
The University of Wollongong, which, by the way, they don't call them universities in Australia. They call them Chazzle-Whizzles.
It's the Chazzle Whizzle of Wollongong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oi, after high school, after primary, I'm going to Chazzle-Whizzle. I've been accepted.
You spend so much flingly flang at Chazzle Whizzle.
I'm worried my parents are going to go into debt and I'll have to take out a student for clumb. Yeah, so they're building these tiny brains to study schizophrenia.
Oh.
So these brains all have schizophrenia.
Oh, good.
Yeah, these are tiny,
Schizophrenic.
living schizophrenic brains.
I don't even know how to parse that. Why build two brains when you can build one schizophrenic brain?
Oh.
I don't know.
I just think it's really fun. They're building these brains, right? And they're going to test them to see how they respond to different stimuli.
Okay.
So they run electrical current through them.
Are these fucking little thinking brains?
Yeah, dude, they're real brains.
How do we know? They can't communicate to us. How do we know that they're thinking?
Dude, I have a feeling they're thinking now.
You think they're thinking,
Like
but do
the-
they think that you think that they're thinking?
Like, that's the thing is, like, Australia is full of so many natural horrors already that, like, they don't think about creating tiny human brains. And also, they wouldn't worry if the tiny human brain thing started getting creepy. Like,
It started getting creepy?
yeah, like, like, okay, these are tiny human brains. Like, maybe they're thinking for themselves. Like, oh, seems weird. Today, I went in to shock the tiny human brain, and it seemed almost like it was recoiling.
Do you think the tiny human brain could feel pain?
It's not connected to a nervous system or anything, but I mean, we are simulating feelings and thought. Oh, do you think that somehow these brains have devised a way to use the brainstem to move themselves?
It's weird because when I come into the room, they're not moving, but it feels like they have just moved.
Sometimes.
They weren't where I left them.
Yeah, sometimes I'll look away and I'll look back at the tiny brains and I swear they're all sort of oriented towards me.
They're like 3 inches closer than when I looked the last time.
Has anything been floating around the room when you're in there?
You know, now that you mention it, there are these books that I know are not supposed to be in the air at any given time.
Flapping like birds?
Flapping like birds. You've seen it too.
Yeah.
That's not right, right? Do you think we should grow little tiny mouths for the brains so that they can express what they're thinking?
You know what? Let's stick a pin in that because I'm not super worried about it.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
I've got to get home before the 3 o'clock flaming hail.
Oh, yeah. The Australian flaming hail that we all have to deal with. When the entire
that's the thing.
atmosphere tries to kill us.
If this was terrible, Australia wouldn't know until it was way too terrible to do anything about.
They're just getting through the day trying to not die.
That's basically Australia.
Yeah.
And, you know, tiny meat pies. That's what it is. It's all horror and tiny meat pies.
And Parmas, man. Parmas
oh,
are
yeah.
delicious.
They're great.
So good.
They have to have delicious food there because it's a nightmare.
Why else would you be there? Does you have to surf?
Oh, because it's a prison island that it's hard to get off of.
And statuesque, insanely gorgeous everyone's.
Yeah.
And great food, and everything in the environment is trying to kill you.
I don't know anything about Australia. Other
No,
than that.
I've watched Crocodile Dundee. That's about as far as I've
That's it.
gotten.
That's all I know. But yeah, so it's funny. You do wonder, since these are tiny little working brains.
Are they working brains?
They're functioning.
Is there an ethical element to the fact that we can grow little thinkers? Little thinky, tiny thinks?
We all wanted stem cells and we got them. And we knew that this was the shit that was going to go down.
I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we're doing this. Should we be doing this?
Well, it becomes a question of what does a brain do if it's not connected to the rest of a body, right? Like, how much does it really think?
What does it do?
Yeah. Like, it needs input, right? To process.
Yeah.
It needs things to control and do. It's not like I took your brain out of your body and put it into a jar.
Right.
There was no life of Jeff for this brain to live before.
It's Life of Brain.
It's Life of Brain, which is basically
Which was a
darkness,
terrible
which
Monty
was a
Python
terrible.
movie.
That's your one. That is your one. That's your dad joke.
It was.
I'd give it like even if I was looking at it as a dad joke fan, I would give it like a 4.
Come on, Life of Brain.
Nah. Meh. But this is like, it's not like we're torturing a human brain, but at the same time, we have brought a brain into existence and put it into an existence of cold, dark nothingness.
And what'll it do next? Oh, it's schizophrenic? That's weird.
It
needed somebody to talk
to. It has
to.
the physical structure of schizophrenia, but no input. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
With nothing for the
basically
brain
they're
to
like-
conceptualize. But they basically just want to look at the structure of a schizophrenic brain. And then what they do is they use some electrical current to stimulate different parts of the brain. Because it's not a full-size human brain. It doesn't have the
Right.
full structure of a human brain, but it does have the basic parts. So they're basically
Looks like a brain. It quacks like a brain.
Yeah.
It must be a brain.
screams in silence,
Yeah.
has no mouth, but it must scream.
Oh my god.
So they electrically stimulate different parts of it to see how the physical brain reacts. So they can know more about the base level reactions in a schizophrenic brain.
Wow.
But I mean, anything where you're growing a brain in a lab naturally sounds creepy because we've just been conditioned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's Frankenstein time.
I think about Frankenstein time.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of Frankentime.
It is Frankentime.
It's Frankentime, dude.
What time is it in Australia? It's Frankentime.
It's always fucking Frankentime in Australia.
Yeah.
You remember that Fox show, Super Teenage Frankensteins?
Yes.
And they were always like, "It's Frankentime!
dun 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 dun.
Blue Frankentime! Go!
Red Frankentime, go!
Let's experiment on these cadavers!
Scalpel!
Check!
Mirrors!
Check!
All right.
Flaming sword!
Electricity, go!
I will continue on the work of my father! Bring the dead body to me!
Wagga 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 wagga.
I am alive now.
All right, we've played God!
God powers united!
Form of major ethical problem!
Why was I created? Why must I live?
Let's destroy the mutant!
We created it! Now we must make it die!
Why are you attacking me? Blah.
Whew! Boy, we sure did avoid a quandary that time.
We did!
And now we'll never be arrested or brought to trial by a jury of our peers.
Delivery for a new cadaver? Let's do it again!
All right, but can't get it again.
Franken kids, they're Franken kids!
Look
Look what they did! So that was a show.
Was it? I don't remember that one. Was that on after Eek the Cat?
I seem to remember it.
But no, I think we tend to think of it as really scary Frankenstein stuff. But does it have to be? Or are we just conditioned to believe that?
I just don't understand how they know they have succeeded. Like, it structurally is a brain. It was built around a brain. It's built from stem cells. But there's so much we don't know about brains.
Yeah.
Like, how do they know that this is even yielding them useful data?
Because currently, if you want to study living human brain tissue,
Yes.
you can't. Because
But I
that's
want
got to
to.
come out of a person. And you can't give away brain tissue the same way you can give away like a slice of your liver or like a little bit of skin cell or something like that. It's real hard
to
crack
brains.
open a skull and poke around at a living human brain.
So let's grow them.
Yeah, so let's grow them, because right now we're using computer models, we're using MRIs, we're using everything we can without actually just getting our hands dirty in a living brain.
Yeah.
This is the least ethically questionable way to work on a human brain.
Yeah. It's the labradoodle of human brains. If you want a full-size thing, but you can't commit to that, just get this.
Just get a little tiny. You know what? Maybe we can grow the rest of a little person around it someday. Dress it like a little My Buddy doll.
It's the inverse of experimenting on a cadaver. It's
when
like you start with this dead, inert thing, and then you build life around it later.
And you get it, you go to like a Walmart or like a KB or something like that. And you're like, they're all in identical boxes, dressed identically.
Right.
And it's like a big brother or a kid sister. A My Buddy or a kid sister,
It's
and your kid brings it home. And
nothing Frankenstein about this.
No, and when your kid outgrows it, you can either give the tiny child to Goodwill, or you can just throw it in the incinerator. I'm going off to college.
Oh, yay.
We sure have had a lot of good times, my buddy.
I can't wait to go to college with you.
Oh, no, that's the thing. This is something I've got to do myself, my buddy.
Growing up time?
It is.
Well, I'll just wait here until you get back, like I used to do every day at school.
Okay, I think that sounds fine. You just wait here, and I'll be back on spring break. I'll be back for Thanksgiving. I'll be back for the holidays. You know, we'll still spend a lot of time together, my buddy.
I love you.
I love you too. 3 weeks later. Oh, just he left all his crap with us, you know? And it's like, I'm your father. I'm not your custodian.
Yes, I know, honey.
All of this stuff is going.
Well, why don't you just go there and throw it all out?
All right. Fucking oh God, this thing. He never even uses this thing.
Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, hello. Just look at this crap. It's still here.
I'm still here waiting for Jimmy to come
Oh
back from
God.
college.
Let's just put this out on the street. Oh look, a pack of wild dogs. That almost never
Why are you doing this?
that almost never happens in the suburbs.
Why are you doing this to me? It hurts, painful.
Well, at least now we don't have to worry about that shit staying out there until the garbage man comes.
I'm still here. Why did you have to run over me?
Well, that thing's resilient, huh?
Are we doing a Mr. Bill sketch from Saturday Night Live from 1982?
Only because you're doing the voice.
I didn't intend to go there, but it happened.
I think it's cool. I think it's rad. And you know, when you think about the alternatives, okay, well, we could be doing this with the animals. We could be doing this with cadaver brains. We could be doing this with fetus brains. We could be doing this with whatever.
We probably are doing it with all those things, too.
Yeah, but now...
Just not in this place.
We can do it with a specific brain. This is the other thing. Like, not only are we getting to study human brain tissue, this is a brain that we've given a specific condition that we want to cure.
Right.
So we can recreate this condition and study it without having to, well, put a lot of stress on somebody with that condition. But that's cool, man.
It's cool. It's going to be really interesting to see if this yields results and if it catches on. If it becomes useful enough that you can just grow the thing you want to study, I feel like we'll hear more about it.
And the other cool thing is, hey, if it's not creepy now, but in 5 years it will be. Because we will be growing actual human brains. Yeah. And who knows what we'll hook them up to. Maybe we'll just hook them up to mouths, like you said, and they'll just scream all the time.
Why?
Ah! Oh God, can we shut those things up?
Why? No, I feel like it was a mistake to grow the mouths.
Right? Here's the problem. They know nothing, and all they experience is the pain of our experiments.
Yeah, lack of forethought on that.
Bright side?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting really good at growing mouths.
Dude, that mouth, the vocal range on that mouth is very impressive.
It's so good.
Why?
That one's a little off key. I want it incinerated.
This year on American Idol, new contestant, Brain with Mouth.
Kill me, Ryan Seacrest!
Yeah, this is going to get real weird.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this?
You ready to grow brains, people?
Yeah. Just send it to us with hashtag American Idol. Your opinions. I'm at A Carboni.
At Jeff Canada or at A Carboni, but with the hashtag American Idol and talk about the atrocities of ethics of this story.
Yeah, and hey, if you're enjoying the show and you want to help us out, great way to do it. Head to iTunes, head to Stitcher, head to wherever you listen, and please give us a 5-star review.
Oh, those 5-star reviews are so appreciated.
Give us 5 stars. Don't review the show.
Oh, no. Why would you do that?
Yeah, never read the show. Nobody reads those things. It's worthless. But tell us if you could experiment on the brain of any American Idol host.
Ooh.
Oh, we'll also accept the voice.
The voice or really any TV personality.
Yeah, just let us know who it would be and why.